everyone. So Abominable is now in theaters. This is the latest Dreamworks Pictures film. And of course, it's an animated adventure film that is starring a magical Yeti who must return to his family in the mountains. The premise has been done before. You've seen this movie when it was in Smallfoot, also kind of similar to this year's Missing Link. So I was kind of nervous going into the movie because although I hadn't seen any trailers, I knew the premise and I was like, what's this movie going to be like? Is there going to be anything new to add to this genre? Not really, but I can't lie when I say I actually enjoyed this movie. Like, I was surprised. Maybe it's because this was like a palate cleanser after watching Judy, but this movie I found enjoyable. The animation was top-notch. The voice acting was top-notch as well. There were some funny moments, not laugh-out-loud moments, but they were genuinely funny moments I liked. I also liked how essentially these characters, they all have really good chemistry. And when I say essentially, I mean like it starts off where they don't really have chemistry, but as the film progresses, it becomes natural and organic with how they essentially grow as characters into one another with being friends. And I liked that. I really thought that was cool because at first I was like, this is going to be like How to Train Your Dragon is, isn't it? And it was, but I always say that when you're dealing with material that's been done before, it's all on how you go about it. And I think this movie is passable when it comes to that because I was able to, for minutes, I was able to forget that that was essentially what this movie is. But again, it is an enjoyable movie. It's very fast-paced. It's only 97 minutes long. If you're taking your kids to see this movie, it's going to fly by because it's not a bad movie. It's a perfectly enjoyable movie with serviceable, if albeit predictable, messages, but they still work, I think. And there were some also genuine emotional moments for me personally during this movie that I wasn't expecting. So, yeah, again, there's a lot of positives to this movie, but there's also some negatives. You know, on a technical aspect, the movie is very proficient, and it does have some good voice acting and everything, but I did have some problems. Now, here we go. The movie was able to sidestep some cliches, but at the same time, it did kind of fall into a lot of pitfalls of this genre. And it stinks too, like with the villains, how they're very one-dimensional and how they kind of change villains about, I'd say a little over halfway. And then that villain is just very cartoonish. I mean, I get it, it's animated, but overall, you just can't really take it seriously when it goes into that direction. I also thought that the power of the Yeti itself, it was cool, don't get me wrong, but after a while, I just kind of, not after a while, by the second time, his power, I kind of realized that it was essentially the writers saying, this is essentially our Deus Ex Machina. It is literally the solution to all of the problems that these characters go through. And from a child's perspective, I'm sure they're not going to understand that, but it would honestly be pretty cool. But for me, as an adult, I'm kind of like, come on, really? Like, that's your solution? And I did also think that there were some moments early on in the movie that was a bit bumpy. Like, it took me a little bit to kind of dive into the movie, but by the end, again, I enjoyed these characters. I enjoyed their journey with them finding themselves. And I think that if you are someone that enjoys animated movies, or just in general are willing to take your kids to the movies, this is a perfectly fine movie to see. If you've already seen Toy Story 4, which is still in theaters around me, take them to see this. It's a nice alternative. It's an original piece. I know it's been done before, but it's an original piece because it was scriptwriter's own ideas and everything, if that makes sense. So Abominable, for me personally, it's not perfect. It does have its fair cliches as well as writing troubles, but overall, I still enjoyed this movie. I think it's a very well animated movie. Beautiful score, beautiful animation, and overall, I would highly recommend you check out Abominable. That's why, for me personally, I will be giving it a 3.25 5-star rating, which goes like a hot sauce rating. It's the good old Frank's Red Hot Sauce. Not a great movie, but definitely an enjoyable movie that you should definitely check out in theaters if you get a chance. And yeah, if you guys have seen it though, which I'm assuming a lot of people are going to be seeing it because again, it is an animated movie that is done by Dreamworks. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below on how you liked the movie. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate your support. Don't forget the subscription, notification bell, and I'll catch you guys later.